Um, Hey, good. You are in the front row. How you doing, DRT? Happy Sunday. Little bit, some dark clouds, some sun can come out his way. Now there's dark clouds. I guess the good thing is we're not in line for that. I think it's already up and past, but this must be like the outside residual effect of that typhoonish hurricane thing that was going through. But yeah, it's cloudy now, very dark, at least there. Let me see who we got here today. So DRT's here, my New Zealand cookies here. Yeah, you are early. Henry Broussard. We got Tony, brother Michael, Santa Fe, 10 in the evening. How are you doing? I like doing the weekends randomly, Tony and everybody, just because I know some of you can stay up later because this is Sunday afternoon for me and most of you are Saturday evening. So I figured I'd throw one in here. Plus, you guys are therapeutic to me as well with everything going on. I mean, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow's June 1st. Tomorrow's June 1st for me. So, that's like 7 more days until I fly back. June 8th is when I go home for a month. And yeah, so that countdown's kind of on. I basically have everything ready. That's, I just have to get an airline ticket from Dumaguete to Cebu. Um, the main flight travel doesn't. You either take a boat to Cebu or you take a plane, and I'm definitely gonna take a plane. I'm not in the mood to take a boat. I just want to get to Cebu, hang out, and take it easy. Wolfgang is here. David Jessup, hello, my friend. I'm doing all right. I can definitely, uh, I can definitely tell a little bit of stress kicked in. A little bit of worry. I guess that's just normal. I feel kind of. I'm still doing my walking and my exercise, but I can just tell my energy level just seems a little off. I slept okay last night. Not that bad. Better than the nights before. Um, yeah, just when you have a lot weighing on you, you definitely, no matter how hard you try to eliminate it, it kind of sticks around. Traveler Files, aloha, my friend. 12 days to go, and you'll be in Manila. Wow, Traveler Flies. When you're getting here, I'll be going home for a month. I'm not sure if you're aware, but long story short, my mother is not doing well, and I need to spend some time with her. And I'm going home from June 8th and then return July 9th back here. So, yeah, I'll be going home for a month. But that's awesome. I'm excited for you. 12 more days. That's awesome. But yeah, you'll be coming and I'll already be home. Cebu Air will do it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just go online. Usually, I mean, it's been a year since I brought a airline ticket from Dumaguete, Cebu, but usually they're not very expensive. Um, it's like sooner you're up, you're landing. It's like a quick flight. Hello, Josh Wilson. I see Josh is here. Wolfgang, Henry Broussard, Rick Wallace. Hello, my friend Rick Wallace. DJ says, I can hear the stress in your voice. Take care of yourself and the best. David, I appreciate you. You're one of the OGs, been here for a while. Last night was fun, though. I did spend some time with some friends that I hadn't seen since they got married. I went to Jerome. my friend's wedding. So I spent time with him, his wife, his child, and his mother-in-law and father were there. So they were very generous and hospitable, and we hung out and ate some good Philippine, actually really good Philippine food. Some of the things I don't remember, but I know we had like a pork, some soup related thing, rice, and sang lots of karaoke. But I'm gonna,
Good afternoon.
I'm gonna say hi, Jake.
Hi. I saw it.
Yeah, unmasked.
Yeah.
He's much more guapo with his mask off.
No, you're
I always
kidding.
tell him, but yeah. How you doing today, Jake?
I'm good.
All right.
Glad.
I,
How
I'm
about you, man?
one day at a time. June 8th, 7 more days till I go
Very
home.
nice.
But
Going Cebu. June 7th.
June 8th,
June 8th.
yeah, yeah. And then my flight takes actually 1 a.m. after midnight, Monday, June 8th. So it's technically June 9th. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let you say hello, and I'm gonna get walking. But
Look at there, man.
yeah,
It's raining.
yeah, like it looks like it's rained. Is it coming this way? Maybe. See, you can see the rain out there.
From
So,
Dapitan and then CDR.
and the wind is blowing this way, so it might come. I might have to make a mad dash somewhere, but I'm always up for a challenge. All right, Jake. Kuya, Jake.
Love you, man.
Love you, man. Talk to you later.
God bless you.
All right, God bless you also. Yeah, so you can see like it's raining out like Siki Horrors right there, but yeah, sometimes like the wind is in my face, so I'm wondering if it's heading this way, and then I'm gonna have to make a mad dash. But that's okay. I'm always up for the challenge, whatever, rain or shine. But I think you can honestly say rain season, typhoon season, like weather is officially here. I mean, they always say June 1st. It's a couple days early, but yeah, it's definitely, you can see the rain way out there. Let me read some of these. Mm, so yeah, and my voice, I was singing karaoke last night, so that's a positive. I enjoyed it. So all the talking I've been doing, letting people know what's going on, and singing last night. So my voice we'll see how long it holds out. uh, King Boss here. Hello, Mike. Hello, King Boss. Appreciate seeing you here. Uh, DRT says hello to the gang. Traveler Fly says, I've been following you for a while. Prayers and safe travels and health, Michael. I appreciate that. I appreciate you supporting me and my channel and your kind words. The Quite honestly, like the support and the compassion and the love that I've gotten from everybody here in the Philippines is again another blessing. That's how I know that what I say about how much the Philippines means to me and the people, that's how I know it's special here. The outpour, like the support and the love, and just like my friend there, Jake. Uh-oh. Raindrops, raindrops, raindrops. I might just go the other way because I don't know if you can see the big raindrops, but they're starting to hit right now. And as I said, the wind is in my face. So that means it's coming this way. I'm going to go this way. And that way, at least I can take cover. So I'm going to kind of go in the opposite direction. I'm going to try and outrun this storm because the raindrops are heavy too. Uh, Let me go back here. I'm missing Tony. Uh, I see all things. Hello, brother. Josh. Hello, Rick Wallace. Lisa, I'm doing okay today. Lisa, I don't know if you were here the last time I mentioned I'm going back to the USA, um, June 8th. Mother's not doing well. Long story short, she's just not doing well, and I don't know what her future is. It's not looking very promising right now, based off the information that my brother has shared with me. So yeah, that's kind of hard to have that in the back of my mind. Plus, quite honestly, I just want to get. I just want to get home. And I know I lost you guys, and I'm not gonna say anything. Probably this weather. That's okay. We play the game. And just let me know if I come back. Glitch, technical difficulties, probably storm difficulties. I don't difficulties, probably storm difficulties. I don't know. It's all good, one way or another. We'll work it out. All right, I see all things. Yeah, you know the dead zones. Who knows? There might be a lot of dead zones today with this goofy weather, but like it's behind me, so I'm like kind of zigzagging away. I'm gonna go up this back street. I don't know if you guys remember that time I went and I didn't play much basketball. I did more watching than playing, just because they play competitive here, and I didn't want to risk getting hurt. That's all I need to do because I'm competitive and I could just know myself. But that's where we played in there. I don't know if you can see the basketball court, but that's where we played. It's actually kind of cool. It's neat here. All right, everybody's saying I'm back, so I guess I can. I guess I can talk to somebody other than myself. Actually, I've probably been doing a lot of that lately. Conversations, walking around. I guess anticipating. Uh, just going home. I mean, there's an excitement to go home, and then there's a a worry to clashing with one another. I mean, I'm sure you guys can all relate. Uh, but yeah, I'm just gonna play dodge the storm. But maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, because a lot of this is above my head right now, and it's not doing much. I'm gonna try and see where this leads me. Up this way, through Lee Plaza. Uh, Lynn Angel, hello, Michael and Shay. Good to see you. How's your mother doing? Last I heard, she's simply still in the hospital. But according to my brother, when I talked to him, which was briefly the last time I talked to him, but it was an emotional conversation. He just simply said it doesn't look good. Uh, no further explanation really necessary. My brother is an amazing person, and I told him that when I was talking to him. I'm not just giving him credit and uh, you know saying things to him because he's simply my brother. If I didn't know him, I would still say the same thing. The sacrifices that he's made to take care of my mother and father are. I mean, I'm sure everybody probably might know somebody like that, but he literally just wasn't working. He stopped working his job, and he gave everything and then some to my mother and father, not just my mother. And he doesn't like to fail in life, and I get it because I don't like to fail either. And you take things personally, so that's kind of what he's feeling right now. But I tried to tell him, Jeff, my brother's name is Jeffrey. I said you've gone above and beyond, and please don't label yourself as a failure. You're not a failure. Marlon Pas- Pas- Pastolero, you are in the Philippines. Oh, yes, I am. I love it here. This is my home away from home. Possum's here. I see you. Derek's here. Yeah, we had a 12-hour brown out in Southern Leyte. I did have one. I think it was yesterday. I lose track. It was like 15 minutes brown out when I was sleeping. It's funny. The air conditioner is not that loud, but for whatever reason, when the power goes off and the AC goes off, it automatically wakes me up. But it was like 15 minutes. I can't stay with you on your live today, but I will send you an email soon. And David, I did get your most recent email. I have no idea why it like kind of went to my junk mail. Like I started looking in my whatever, like it filters your mail in the other baskets. But I did get your message and I did respond to you. I just don't know. Hey, hello, sir. I just don't know why it went to that. I don't know. Like it was an unknown basket kind of thing. I'm gonna walk up this way. I'll go towards the public market. But I appreciate you, David. I always appreciate your support. And I did mention to my mother. Well, I talked to my everybody, but I did mention that all the birthday wishes that you all gave her, all the get well and prayers going out to her. So I did tell her. Um, the only disappointing thing right now is her motor skills and her ability to talk. Uh, she goes to speak and say something, but the words don't come out of her mouth. That could be a number of things. Also, could have been the medication that they were giving her and stuff like that. But her motor skills were way off. That's hard too. It's like, you're talking to your mother, video chat, she's looking at you, and once she goes to say something and the words don't come out. It's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Something we take for granted, the ability to just speak. And yeah. Uh, but I looked at her, like I said, and I made sure I said, look at me. And she focused right on me on the video, big raindrops again, on the video chat. And I said, just look at me. And I said, hold on until I get home. That's what I told her. I said, I'm just being honest. I know that's not the I don't know. You don't ever want to be in a situation where you're telling your loved one or family member or friend or sibling to hold on until you get home because you just don't know. So yeah, I told her, hold on. And she knows, she's very aware that I'm coming home, and I kind of made a funny face at her when she was watching the video to see if I could get her to laugh or smile, and she actually smiled. So that was a good sign. I like seeing that. Uh, Howard, hi. Hey, man, how are you doing? Howard Berry. I'm doing as well as one can be. I love it here in the Philippines and I'm happy. But as life goes, not everything is perfect. We all are faced with challenges and dilemmas and family emergencies and mother, father, health issues and all that. So, yeah, my mother's not doing well. And I basically scheduled a flight to go home June 8th, but I will return June July 9th. I'm going home for a month. I gotta not only spend time with my mother while she's somewhat, I guess, coherent, but I want to see my father, my brother, and my other siblings whenever they show up. So yeah, but I keep on trucking along, man. My walking never stops, and I just keep going. That's probably why I walk so much anyway, although I enjoy it. But I'll tell you what, it definitely helps with stress related issues. And obviously, I have a lot on my mind, more than normal. So, yeah, walk of life. That's the best way to title that, the walk of life. Hello, War Walker, or welcome, War Walker. Okay, David said he got my email back. That's good. Um, DRT saying hello to Howard, Wolfgang with the hearts. And again, I appreciate it. Like everybody, you cannot believe how blessed and thankful I am of all your support always in good times and now, like sometimes even in bad times. Um, Tony says, let's all believe in the power of prayer for Michael. Yeah. Um, I'm definitely leaning on that, Tony. Like I always tell people, to each his own, whether they're a believer or not. That dude, now it's pouring here. Look, I don't know if you can tell, but it's dumping. Look, don't push me in, buddy. Rick Wallace, I'm leaving on June 8th. June 8th, I'm going to United States. And then July 9th, I'm coming back. But technically, it's June 9th out of Cebu because it's after midnight. That'll be 1 a.m. So, yeah, it's, I guess, a red eye flight, basically. Yes, it's raining. It's dumping. I don't know how well you can tell, maybe out in the street, but yeah. Yeah, it was a good idea that I picked a walk under the public market. Um, yeah, greatly appreciate that. Come in for like 5 minutes, they come and go, and like we're all sucking up the oxygen under this tarp. We will have lower temp now until February. Yeah, so I got through my first. Hopefully, the rate, how big like this system is. Signal not good. Probably because of the rain. Uh, Maybe I can make it June. Rick Wallace, I leave basically June 9th and I return here to the Philippines July 9th. 1 month. Uh, Sorry about the signal. Once I can move, I'll make a move. But yeah, everybody, everybody's under here. Like I said, it's perfect timing because it's like it's dumping. Like everybody's under the roof. Oh, okay, now that's good. It's probably like I said, if you're under these things, it can affect it, and then the rain. But it just gets humid real quick. I don't mind the humidity though. I mean, but it's just a drastic change. We go from one. That's what I'm learning now. Like, there's no like gradually go from dry season to rain season. It just after one of the dumping rain. CKN, and even when you can't make it, I'm awake too, as you can tell. Under like there's a lot of rain dumping right now, but I'll eventually get rolling here. I don't think this is supposed to be anything big, but we definitely need the rain. Yeah, like even like well, I don't have the best view right here because I'm kind of got this van in front of me. See, this is when I use an umbrella. I would use an umbrella now. Uh, that's just too much for me to carry. But thank you, CKN. Yeah, AZ, AZ. I know the connection's crappy right now. Once I get moving out from under this tarp, it's raining too. It's pouring. The downpour. So I think everything affects the signal here in the Philippines. Rain, heat, hot temperatures, sunlight. Yeah, so that's when I would use an umbrella when it's raining. I laugh. I just think it's funny that people use umbrellas here. Tennessee Caveman, I appreciate you being here. What up, Bubba? It's been raining here in the middle of Tennessee for 2 weeks. That's what I kind of asked my parents. I said, what's the weather been like lately? They said it seems like 3, 4 days they get sunshine and then maybe a day or two of rain. But so much for the old April showers bring May flowers. I think it's May showers maybe bring June flowers. But yeah, sorry about this, guys. As soon as I can get rolling. Same here, umbrellas all the way. I can't stand raincoats. Yeah, and I only use one here. Michael on the 9th of July. Yes. Mayflowers bring pilgrims. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on, rain. Rain, go away. Come back another day. I know they need it for, Asia, but here, you better be prepared. Better be prepared for things. System run for things. System run slower and slower, which there's no sense which there's no sense of urgency. Now, if there's a fire or something, now if there's a fire or something, if you can't handle waiting in line in a grocery store or uh, uh, slowing down, bad about carrying a lot. It's too, I guess. But I'm gonna. Oh, gotta. Oh, this stuff is. Yeah, once this rain stops, it's slowing down definitely now. Yeah, real steel. The rain is definitely light and lots of puddles. Next thing, my feet will be soaked. They're jamming out. Kind of making it a little further, but hey, Feed the Wild James is here again. Real steel. Tony says it could be downpouring for all we know right now. You know what? I don't even know if you guys hear me. I guess if I were to get an umbrella, I'd probably go to Unitop. I can't honestly tell you off the top of my head where they sell umbrellas. I could guess, but I mean, hell, they probably sell umbrellas here at the public market. But yeah, that's kind of funny. Where's the umbrella store? You'd think they'd have an umbrella store like every other store here in the Philippines, as many as I see people using. But you'd think that'd be a good business to get into, selling umbrellas. Oh, God. All right, you hear me, but the question is, do you see me also? I'm kind of like in this awkward half under, half out, trying to avoid blocking the signal if it even helps. I don't know. And then the lens is all wet, screen's all wet. But yeah, everybody's just, it's wet. Welcome to rainy Sunday. All right, Tony, that's helpful. My screen looking at you though is covered in water. Don't trying to wipe off the other side too. Crystal clear. Thank you, Jasper. Actually, I'm surprised, but I'm kind of stuck in limbo right now because as soon as I would walk away, I mean it's slowing down again. It's not, but it's just not stopping. I'm looking for a break in the clouds. DRT, I need you to do a better signal at that exact spot. I need you to do a weather check for Dumaguete, or a radar check. What you see coming or going. Give me some positive news in the weather. Oh goodness! You probably already said it, but it was your mother discharged or house. CKN actually didn't. She's still in the hospital, as far as last I heard. I was just trying to let you know. My brother's exhausted. My dad's a little exhausted, but my brother is like getting virtually no sleep. They haven't said that she's been discharged yet. They were saying maybe Saturday or Sunday, and the fact that it's Sunday afternoon here, she may still be in the hospital. They haven't said if they let her go yet. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate the clear and good sound under the tarp. This makes me laugh. Michael Hunter, hello, my friend. Hey, Mike and everyone. Uh, but thank you, Jasper, the boss, for being here. I'm kind of just, I know the comments are actually I can handle it right now. Normally it's too much when I'm walking, but I can actually pay attention. Appreciate you being here, everybody. While I'm weathering the storm here in Dumaguete, it's raining and it's officially rain season. Uh, oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, they're right sitting at the corner there. They have like a big, karaoke boombox, like big speaker. Yeah, they're entertaining us while we're all hanging out in the rain. That'd be cool if they start playing "Singing in the Rain." Just singing in the rain. Uh, thank you, Rick, for the prayers. You also, CKN. Yeah, I just want her to, keep on living until I leave. I mean, I want her to live forever. Obviously, we all know that feeling. You can never imagine life without your parents. Of course, we don't. We want them to live forever, but I just want her. If I can, at least she's okay until I get home. That would be great. I'm hopeful, but you never know. You just never know. Thunderstorms tomorrow. I think I did remember. See, now it feels like it's picking back up. Ay, ay, ay. Streaming in the rain. The rain is creating a stream of water everywhere. Yeah, I did remember looking at the extended weather forecast, and it was like 30% chance of a stray, 40%. And that's pretty much, you'll see that all rain season long. Uh, the fact that I have a good signal, I'm trying to do that. But thank you for checking out. Chris Scott, nice to see you. Oh, and thank you for the star. Chris, you're always I appreciate you, man. Like, just by you being here, I'm blessed and thankful. Kind of stuck in limbo because it's raining. And once I get a break, I'm going to make a dash for it and go somewhere, walk and move in. And even over there, like, if you look, it's like kind of breaking over there. And then there's blue there. So maybe like, uh, there's light at the end of the tunnel. I just don't know where. Miguel is here. What's up, my brother? And yes, it's raining in Dumaguete, Philippines. Zippy's World, thank you so much for mentioning, thinking of my mother. I appreciate that. And Miguel, nice to see you. Yeah, it was sunny, cloudy, not raining. Hey, Gary, yes, June 8th. I go back June 8th, come back July 9th. Life, my friend, life. So I always just find it interesting. I know I've said this before when people would always say, when am I going back to America? Months ago, hey, when do you plan on visiting the US? I'm like, no time soon unless there was some sort of emergency. Well, there we go. But yeah, I'll be going back June 8th, coming back July 9th. So for a month, round trip ticket. But it's funny, Gary, because I'm going back almost a year to the day. It's going to be a year, but at least it's going to be like from when I left. But at least it's going to be warm when I go there. I'm not cold like March. But yeah, see, you see breaks. It's coming. Yes, sir. The same here. Yes, it was sunny there just a few minutes ago. Um, Someone revving up their motorbike. Always. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the U.S. when people were getting like, their exhaust on their cars and wanting to rev it up. That's kind of what they do here. He has like a big uh, exhaust intake pipe on there. I'm looking at it on the end, and it's just like it's like a cool status thing, but it makes me laugh. Uh, Miguel, maybe you're not. I didn't. Maybe you weren't here, or I didn't say too much on the other live streams. Long story short, Miguel, I'm going back home June 8th. My mother's still currently in the hospital. She's not doing well. Based off the words of my brother, it's not looking good. She spent her 86th birthday in the hospital. She turned 86 on the 29th of May. She's never done that before. So yeah, this is a emergency, somewhat flight home to not only be with my mother, but my father, my brother, and maybe if I see my other siblings. But yeah, kind of like a lot of unknown going on, Miguel, and I gotta go home. I gotta be with my mother. Uh, Not, plus, I've been seeing her in a while anyway, and she's important to me, but I know I'm very important to her also. And I did get her to smile though when I talked to her video chat. Her motor skills were off. She's in her mind, she knows what she wants to say right now, but nothing comes out of her mouth. She's experienced strokes in the past, but her speech got better. Like, this is a little, I mean, it's not like we've never seen this a little bit before, but based off of her situation now, um, yeah. So something we all take for granted, being able to just have a conversation and speak, and words just roll right off your tongue. When you see your mother wanting to say something and she knows she can't, she's trying, and it just breaks your heart. But anyway, so yeah, long story short, Miguel, I'll be back in the States briefly. No, I mean, Miguel, I appreciate it. You don't need to be sorry. It's just a part of life, and this is my life and my journey, and we all go through this at one point in our lives, one way or another, and it's my turn. I'm probably, like I said, like everybody, like you always you never imagine a world where your mother and father aren't in it. I know some of you probably already have lost your mother and father, and but yeah, while they're alive, you always think they're going to be alive forever. And yeah, DRT, I think I'm going to go now. I think I'm just going to do it. I'm gonna, but let me wipe the screen off on my shirt. Then I'm gonna wipe the front lens. Oops. And you guys, Caitlin, hello, Caitlin. You guys just keep me posted. I'm gonna give you the. I'm just gonna go this way, and so now I get to enjoy. Puddles don't look too bad here, but I'm gonna go for it. Good idea, DRT. See what happens when I get some blue skies. I start talking and I get distracted, and DRT's like, Michael, go to the mall, get moving. Uh, Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, there's cool vehicles all. Oh, you mean maybe you saw well that one too, but then you got this one. You got cool ones all over the place, Miguel. Um, it's like it's like a van Jeep like thing. They like cut off the back of some of them and stuff. But yeah, it's not bad now. It's definitely cooler. I'm just waiting for the humidity to kick in next. But no, it feels good right now. Um, I'm gonna keep it real. Says the green one is cute. Yeah, like I said, that's they're like it kind of reminds me of when I was living in the U.S. We all had our old style sports car and something that was like a reflection of your personality. A status. Oh, Michael's got this car or that car. And yeah, I think they go through the same thing in a way here. It is transportation, but I think when people have told me here in the Philippines, it's sometimes like a status thing. Like, they're proud to be able to buy a car, and I get it. That's really cool. Carol says, very important thing if you want to go to the Philippines, your family may have a crisis and jumping on a plane costs money for next day travel. Being in the province adds time. Yeah, that's definitely for sure. I'm again where I live and staying in Dumaguete. There's a lot of convenience for a lot of situations, whether it's travel. You have the Dumaguete Airport, which is like a domestic airport, and then you simply got to go to um, Cebu or Manila or wherever to fly internationally. But you have the port nearby, and you can go to Siquijor, you can go to Bohol by boat, Cebu. There's just a lot of convenience here. Um, you don't have to go very far, and you're kind of like out in the province. Like you don't have to go very far, and you're like in the suburbs, and like you know, it opens up a lot. But even here in the city, like this is why I like Dumaguete versus bigger cities. I don't want to be in a city. And I certainly don't want to feel like I'm in a city, even when I'm on an island. Here, it's like a town to me. Like there's not a lot of high risers and stuff like that, so I don't feel um, claustrophobic, so to speak. I don't know. I'm comfortable. But most of all, the most important thing for me here is the people. I say that over and over again. And right now, with me experiencing what I'm dealing with my mother, and everybody's aware, and I kind of here, I'm so close to so many people. I made it a point to make sure I told them, listen, I'm going home. And if you don't see me for a month, it's because I'm going to visit my parents, because I guarantee you, everybody sees me so much here, and this is a blessing. If I were just like ghosted, like gone, they'd be concerned. I have a lot of friends here that I've made on Facebook, locals here. Uh, what a blessing. And anybody that's a foreigner, an expat that comes here, if you're not putting yourself, embracing the culture and putting yourself out in the community with everybody, in my opinion, you're missing out. You're missing out. Um, I have so many people, so many friends that I can simply say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all day long. They make me smile, I make them smile. And then you build friendships and relationships with people as well. It's just, I don't have that at home. Okay. I have friends at home, very few, still that are like I connect with after all these years. I've made more friends here in my almost, I'm going on 2 years total in the Philippines because I did go home once before. But I've made more friends here in the Philippines in, let's just say, 2 years than I have in my entire life. I kid you not, in my entire life. Uh, and they're like real friends. I'm not saying I didn't have real friends at home. I had a couple, a handful. Here, they're all so caring and they're not asking me for anything and stuff like that before anybody would say something like that. They're after, no, they don't. And they know better anyway. But at the same time, I do help people in need. Like I said, I do. But those are the people I don't know. And I feel good doing it. And I love my life. I'm happy, blessed, and I couldn't be more thankful and appreciative. Having my good health too. That's why I walk like a fool. Um, Caitlin, Philippines is friendly. Exactly. Jose, I hope you can make it live stream even when you're in the US. Jose, I'm going to do live streams in the US. I will do that. Uh, I'm going to try and be a little creative because anybody that's from the US might be bored with that. But I would like to think, well, I have a lot of viewers here from the Philippines that watch me here while I'm in the Philippines. So maybe they'll watch me in the US and I can show them something different. At least some of the area where I live and stuff like that. I'll definitely have to activate my T-Mobile. Um, I still have my American number, but I'm going to have to activate my T-Mobile there because obviously I use data, Smart and Globe data here. Here comes the rain again, but yet there's blue skies. I don't know. It's blowing from somewhere. Ay, ay, ay. Hold on. I'm just going to go under this for a minute because I'm not going to have much cover if I don't stop. Kim Federon says, thank you for adapting with the Filipino culture. Only those who can adapt well can fully understand it. I completely agree. And that's why I always say, listen, like, I don't know. It's just me, though. I can't speak for everybody. But, and it has to be a part of who you are as a person, part of your personality. I'm no different, no better. I'm just an American in the Philippines. I treat everybody the same, and I'm soft because like if you can see, it's weird. There's like blue skies, but then it's raining really hard right now. So I'm gonna stop briefly right here, and I hope I don't lose you guys. But um, Kim, you're exactly right. Um, I'm just, I don't know, a normal guy. I don't know. I thank my parents. I guess I'm friendly and open and very I'm not always like I would say I was always the biggest social butterfly and could talk to everybody and anybody when I was certainly younger. I was more shy, I think. Or like once the ice was broken, then I know I talk a lot. That's probably why I'm doing YouTube live streams. If you're not a talker, it's probably not good for you to do YouTube. But for Google's sake, I remember you, my friend, Drifter. You learn a language little by little by little by little. But I keep notes of all the words or the phrases that I've been learning in my phone. So, if, like, obviously, practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Sometimes I'll remember a certain phrase I want to say, but it's stuck. So then I'll just go right to my notes and it's like, that's what it is. Oh, of course want to learn the Bisaya language here. That makes it even more fun here in the Philippines. Especially, I always say this, when you walk past a Filipina, they look at you, they say good morning or they say hello or good afternoon, whatever. They'll typically say it to me in English because they just assume I don't know any Bisaya. And then I'll answer them in Bisaya back, and it just makes them smile, makes their day, makes them happy. So they make me just as happy as I make them. Sonny Boy, thank you for the sparkles. I saw that, my brother. Kuya, Kuya Sonny Boy, I appreciate that. If you say what's that instead, we say unsana, unsana. So if you say what's that, so what's that is unsana. If I say unsana, I'm saying what's that. I hope I'm getting that right. Jose says, I hope you can visit Iloilo City in the future, coming soon, dudes. Jose, maybe someday. You know, I lived in Bacolod. I wasn't far from Iloilo. Um, I have all my life ahead of me, my friend. And certainly I would want to visit Iloilo. There's so many things to see and do that I have not done yet. And maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking after I get back from the United States and I come back to the Philippines on July 9th, I'm going to kick it into gear and, you know, just do a little more exploring. Um, and I don't know even what my mother's situation is going to be after I go to America and come back. A lot can happen in a month. I don't know. But regardless, I'm still coming back. Like that's the plan all along. It's best for me to spend time and see my mother now. Uh, hopefully by the time I get there, her motor skills and stuff like that have improved and I can talk to her a little bit, but she's better now than maybe she's going to eventually be. I don't think there's any, the future is very unknown for my mom's health. So, uh, you always get that famous saying, it could be 6 months, or it could be a year. You never know how long. I don't go by what doctors say anyway, but they don't know how long someone's going to live. Terrell says just a little bit of Tagalog, little by little. What is it? What is that? Tagalog. I think the only Tagalog. I think it's Tagalog or is it Ilonggo? You say like kumusta ka, and then you say mabuti in response. I think. Miguel, true Michael. I'm hungry. Instead, we say just a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of how I am with Messiah. Just chipping away at it, little things, and it becomes part of my muscle memory to learn. I enjoy that. I mean, if I could speak Messiah fluently, man, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And that's why it's interesting. Try to listen to conversations, and I hear certain words, and I pick up on portions of someone's conversation, Messiah. But the problem is, it's no different than when they listen to me. Sometimes they may pick up things that I'm saying, but I sound so fast. So it's hard. They don't know where the break is in the words. Same with me listening to a foreign language. Um, some of the words just all roll together like it's one word. Uh, Miguel, thank you so much for the coin, the gold coin. God bless you. I appreciate you. And like I said, if you're uh, anybody, if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. Simply put, my name's Michael from the USA, living here abroad in Dumaguete, Philippines for going on 2 years now. And I do these live streams occasionally, and Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays normally. And then I throw in, like today, a weekend one. Um, but simply put, I love the Philippines. Best decision, best choice I ever made. But it's all about the people for me. Everybody has their different reasons for loving a place or enjoying things. The people here just changed the whole thing here in the Philippines, especially here in Dumaguete, because that's where I've spent the majority of my time. But I appreciate that, Miguel. Caitlin says, wow, a coin. Caitlin says, my uncle lives in America. And that's good. I mean, thank you so much, bro. Miguel from Jose. Happy to see you here, dudes. Honestly, even a little time, but it's a big moment for us here in Iloilo. Jose, I'll do my best. I'm sure it will happen someday. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of when. But Jose, you'll be my go to guy because I don't really know any other people from Iloilo. So I'll be dependent on you. Uh, for Google's sake, Jeff Drift, I increased my vocabulary since visiting the streams. Hey, I'm glad. I'm going to try walking again. I don't care. I mean, it's a little break. I appreciate you having learning something from me. uh, um, Learning some little by little Messiah from me. Uh, Start out simple, man. If it's before noon and you're saying good morning, you say Mayung Buntag. Mayung Buntag. And I'll even let you see. Mayung Buntag. Now, I might not have the really good Philippine accent, but my accent has changed even when I speak English from speaking Bisaya, because you want to throw in the accent when speaking it. So it's funny. Uh, when I'm speaking English words, I catch myself with a little bit of accent from the Philippine language. It's just funny. Shows you how I'm like converting. But yeah, so good morning is Mayung Buntag. And then 12:01 in Bisaya, noon until 1, like is a good afternoon, but it's that particular window, 12 to 1, is Mayung Mudto. That's Mayung Mudto. And then after 1, from 1 o'clock until it gets dark, which is usually until 6 or so, it gets dark at 6 all year round here in the Philippines. It's not like, America in the summertime. You got it daylight until like 9 o'clock at night in prime summertime. But then in the winter, it gets dark at 5. So it's always 6 o'clock. So once it gets dark, well, before it gets dark, so Mayung Buntag is good morning. Mayung Mutto is from 12 to 1, like a good afternoon. Mayung Hapon, Mayung Hapon is like after 1 until 6. And then at dark time, it's Mayung Gabi'i, and it's spelled Gabe. Looks like Gabe, like someone's name is Gabe, but that's Mayung Gabi'i. Um, Obviously, you should know. You need to know if you see a beautiful girl, you're gonna say she's guapa, guapa. If you see a beautiful man, a handsome man, he's guapo. You'll hear the Filipinos calling you guapo a lot. Even the men call you guapo. I mean, they're not ashamed like to just say, "Hey, if someone's good looking," they're like, "Ah, he guapo." They'll tell you. It's not like they're interested. They just say they're just letting you know you're a handsome man. It's funny. Uh, what else? I mean, I always say amping. Like that means when you say goodbye to somebody and saying take care, amping, Amping, like amperage from electricity, amps, amping. That's for take care. Um, then if I'm saying, hey, I'm gonna go now, I want to leave, I'm leaving now after talking to somebody, I'll say ato sako. Ato sako means I'm going now. Um, I walk a lot, so the Bisaya word for walk is lakau. Lakaw. That's walk. Lakau. Um, there's a lot of like little words that I put in there. But yeah, it's fun to learn it. I have more on my list, but yeah, that's just a little bit of an idea. Uh-oh, what did I say wrong? Caitlin's saying no, it's ma'a, not ma. Like ma'ayung, Ma'ayung, because there's two A's. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Not Ma'ayung, Ma'ayung. Maybe that's what you're telling me. That's good. If I need to fix something, you need to tell me. Maybe that's what it is. Ma'ayung. House is Balai, maybe. And see, that's the whole thing, Caitlin. You're teaching me, but my pronunciation is probably way off because I can't hear you. Imagine that if I could do a live stream and I could actually hear your comments. That would be very helpful. Magoo says I'm living his best life. In my opinion, yes, I agree with that. I'm living my best life, and that's what matters. Everybody needs to find their best life for them. You can be inspired by other people, like myself. You can be inspired by me, but that doesn't mean when you get here, if you would decide to ever visit, that you're gonna feel the same way as me. You might feel similar, but we're all different. And the walking that I do, because exercise is my thing and I enjoy it. Being a walker allows me to put myself really out there within the community here in Dumaguete. If you're not an exerciser or a walker, I don't know. I mean, you can, I guess, ride around on a motorbike in a car, but you're not going to interact with people as much. Definitely not in a car unless you're pulling over all the time. Um, Motorbike, I guess you could stop and pull over, but there's nothing like walking anywhere in a foreign country, and that puts yourself in so many awesome situations to meet people. Oh, look at that blue sky. Yeah, they are wild Magoo. I remember the first time my father saw them. He was like, I mean, he's like, those are power lines above your head. And I'm like, yeah. He said they look like spaghetti. um, a lot of the cable in these lines, though, they leave a lot of excess cable, I guess, because if there's an issue, it's already there instead of cutting it off and carrying extra stock in their vehicle. I don't know. I mean, yeah, some of it is knotted. I guess it does. It would, me not knowing. I'm not an electrician, so I'm not gonna judge or comment. But whatever it is, it works. I mean, obviously, when I was very young, growing up, all the power lines were above the ground for the most part. And I mentioned this before. People had asked me why maybe someday in the future they'd put power lines on the ground. I guess it depends where you are, but here they just said it wouldn't probably work out too well with the drainage and stuff underground, and um, probably cost a lot of money too. I mean, it would be great because it would create jobs. It would certainly create jobs for people. Um, Now I can feel the humidity, like the steam coming off the ground. Tennessee says, leave that shit to cable guys. Yes, I'm in Dumaguete, Kim Kim. Dumaguete. I am here in Dumaguete. Caitlin says, I like walking or running. That's good. I'm a health nut. The person that says, use it or lose it. I'm just trying to get around all these streams. There's a lot of people. I think today's freaking the chicken fights today too. Yeah. That's why you see so many people because they're doing cockfighting or whatever. I think today is Sunday, and they usually do that on Sundays. I think that's why this is loaded up with bikes. Last time I went past this place, looking at these chickens, and I was like, "Man, these look so good." And then someone made a comment. they said, "They said those must be the chickens that lost in the arena, the fights, the battles. So they're getting cooked." I was like, "That's a funny one. That's actually good." But yeah. Yeah, they're doing cockfighting today. It's all filled up. They do that in the arena. Mayumoto. Oh, you've inspired me to move there when I can afford it. Well, that's good. Just kind of have an idea, make a plan in your mind, what you'd like to do. Um, just have some sort of, like me, I have a pension and I had savings, and that's what allowed me to do this. You know, I mean, I've been in the Philippines since I was 54, but I officially, started collecting my pension retirement at 55. It allowed me to do it. So, and I'm thankful and blessed for that. I mean, not everybody is fortunate enough to even have a job nowadays that they actually give you a pension. It's basically it's 401k or bust, or you wait until the earliest time you can do Social Security, and that's at 62. But that wasn't calculated into my obviously my budget plans when I came here because I'm not eligible for that anyway. So yeah, when 62 comes for me, and I'm in no hurry to get there, but yeah, that'll be a nice little added bonus. Drift, any plans for a business? No, for Google's sake, no business. You should feel how hot it is right now. uh, but the sun is out and it's freaking like, oh man. It's because, like I said, the sun's hitting the wet pavement. Now the humidity and the moisture is just rising up from the ground. My shirt will be drenched by the time I get in there. I'm almost in the mall, so that's kind of good. But no, no business plans. No, I mean, I just do my exercise and my walking. I'm very disciplined in that regard. I put a lot of time into that. YouTube is just, for fun, really, just keep me busy. I enjoy it. I like to be able to inspire people, maybe, and share my stories and my journeys and then my everyday life. And if I want something, the opportunity presents itself when I can take a trip somewhere or whatever like that, I probably share that in like a video form or whatnot. I'm definitely think when I'm sitting at the airport though that night before I go, because I'm gonna have a lot of free time on my hands. I'm gonna be going stir crazy, waiting for that flight to leave at 1 a.m. I'm definitely gonna go live stream that night. But we're at the mall. Uh, Lee Cabs is here. Good afternoon, Michael. What's up? How is everyone? Bye. I'm gonna do my chores. That's okay. That's good. You can do your chores. I don't know. Here, you wanna? It's just nothing. Thank you. But hello, Lee Cabs. Welcome. Let me go back. Sounds like Florida. uh, my mom says you're guapo. Well, I appreciate that. That's a very kind and nice thing to say to anybody that they're guapo or guapa. I appreciate that, Caitlin. Derek says you can afford it now. Sell everything if you have a house. Sell your car. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I sold was when I went back to the U.S. in March after being here for 6, 7 months. I had to sell my car. The last big item that took up a lot of space, I got rid of that. Uh, don't miss it at all. Um, Obviously, when I go back home, I'll just drive my parents' car if they need me to do something or get something, or if I just need to go somewhere. But other than that, yeah, no car. I see all things says you've won a lot of those fights in the States when it was, I guess, I don't know when they even did that. Tennessee, is it easy as a foreigner to get a job there? I don't know much about stuff and related to jobs. Tennessee, other than people that I've met here that might be younger foreigners, I've heard they're like digital nomads working here. Their job may be in the US, but they're working basically from home. They're on the computer, digital nomads. Even my friend Jerome, he's a digital nomad, and his wife, I think they work the same company or whatever. At least at one time, that company was based in America, the one he was working, and he's a Filipino. So he's from here. So when it comes to that stuff, I don't really know a lot about that. I'm, yeah, I'm here as a retired individual. uh, I'm glad in a way I don't have to worry about that. I mean, if somebody shares that knowledge with me, yeah, I definitely would let you know. But I do know of people that are kind of like digital nomads, whether they're a foreigner or a local. That does exist. That's really all I know. Uh, Weekends at the mall. I mean, honestly, this is a Sunday, and I feel like it looks like this every day. You guys have seen when I walked into the malls before. It doesn't even matter what day of the week it is, and every day is always busy here. Um, Maybe during the hot season it was a little busier because they like coming in because there's air conditioning. That's possible. Um, Magoo, is there a lot of people from the USA over there? Yeah, Magoo, there are. I mean, there's a lot of foreigners. Period. Whether they're from Germany, Russia, UK, all over the place. Um, it's funny though. I don't know why. Maybe you guys do the same thing. I can always tell who's from America by looking at them or their posture, their demeanor, or the clothes they're wearing. I can always tell 99.9% of the time before I even hear them speak, whether they're foreigner, like European or American. I don't know how I don't know. I just noticed that. But no, there's everybody. You got everybody here. Um, and I know some people, they feel like they don't like Dumaguete so much because they say there's too many foreigners. I don't think, I mean, I don't, I don't notice that much. You're still a minority here. I prefer to be a minority. I like being here in the Philippines and being surrounded by the Philippine people. I prefer that. Not that I don't have foreign friends, but I don't know. I have more local friends than I have foreign friends here. Um, I'm more interested in getting to know the locals more so. Also, you have to be you have to be willing to put yourself out there and want to embrace the community. There's a lot of, and like I said, to each his own. People can do what they want. There are people that come here and kind of just, I don't know, get their girlfriend or get married and kind of just uh, isolate themselves in a way they don't really like want to be associate. Which I don't know. If I'm going to live here, I'm going to associate. I did the same thing in the U.S., but here I even probably do it more just because it's more interesting to meet just different people, different culture, learn more. It's just better. Maine Mermaid, get an ice cream. If they had some sort of healthy ice cream, I would eat it. Um, Usually, as far as I go, I get lemonade on occasion, but it's very little sweetener. I could probably get one now, just show you where I get it, but I don't even like the sweetener that's in it. And what's one thing I'll give you credit, Bacola, they had a lemon stand, a lemonade stand, whatever, and you could get the sweetener was honey. I got to make sure I have any coin because I don't know if they have. I got to check. I don't know if they have Gcash, and if I have to use Gcash, uh, I can't use my phone during a live stream. I don't think. Let me see if I even have, because I know this is like 79 pesos. But let me check. Let me check. Yeah, I can do it. Luckily for me, I have 100 pesos in my wallet. But hold on. Hello. I just want the large size lemonade, but less sweetener. Yeah, yeah. Here, I'll show you. I've come to here before, but like I said, the one in Bacolod, you uh, you could get. They had honey, but here they said when I asked them what sweet do they have honey, they said no, honey's too expensive. But Bacolod they did. So yeah, I just get that. I've had that one pure, or I've had lemon and calamansi, but they have lemon ginger. But yeah, it's like I don't know if you can see this machine. Like, see, look. You know, but yeah, that's how she does it. Lemons. That's what they're using. You know, it's not fake or something like that. And then they just put it in that little machine. It puts like a cover on it, and yeah. But it's good. I've gotten it before. I think she was here. You've been here the last time. Yeah, she's here. She's here when I'm here. And then you just get the straw and you pop a hole in the lid. But it's good. Thank you. Yeah, and it's only like what is it? For the big one, it was I guess 79 pesos. Yeah, that was it. Mm. So yeah, cheers, John Lemon. Thank you very much. Amping. Blah, 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 blah. Let me read this. Tennessee marijuana. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to play around with the icky sticky here in the like. And that's another thing. As a foreigner, I always try to tell people when you're even Philippines or any country, you are a guest here. Be thankful that you have the opportunity to visit another country. Uh, you're a guest here. So my best advice for you is just to be a good person. And why wouldn't you want to be a good person? Be respectful, do what you should, and you won't have any problems. But yeah, you don't want to be. Yeah, I don't do that stuff anyway, so I know nothing about weed. I know nothing about drinking Red Horse or Tanduay Long Neck. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke anything. So yeah, I know nothing about that stuff. Um, yeah, that's a thing too, though. Yeah, go to Thailand. I'm sure all that stuff flies there. But I think I don't know this. Anybody that might have experience in Thailand might know this. There's some sort of limit on tourist visas there. I've heard somebody mention it. It's not very long. Like, I don't know what the maximum amount of time they allow you to actually be in Thailand on a tourist visa. Again, I could be wrong, but I thought I heard someone mention. I mean, it's nothing like here in the Philippines. You can be up here in the Philippines up to 3 years consecutively, 3 years. And so that's another thing. There's a Cebu Pacific stand here. I don't know if I can get my airline ticket here. I bet you I could do it here. And I don't even have to worry about it. I might end up doing that later. But yeah, like I think something was in Thailand about the amount of time you can stay there. Here in the Philippines, you can stay here up to 3 years. Um, that's good. Less sweetener. But yeah, 3 years. Your tourist visas are, you can go 2 months at a time. I played it smart getting my airline ticket. Unfortunately, I'll have to go home, but my current visa goes until June 10th. And then that's when I thought, well, I definitely got to get a ticket before the 10th because I don't want to pay for any extension at all. What's the point when I'd be leaving so soon? And let's just say by chance, and I'm not saying this would happen, but I thought of this. I was like, what if I went to get the extension and then I went to pick up my passport thinking it was going to be ready before my flight left? And it's possible I could have went there and said, hey, I'm here to pick up my passport. And they'd say it's not ready. And let's say I had to leave the next day. I'd be screwed because you need your passport. So that's another reason I'm like, I'm going before the 10th. I don't even want to have any problems at all. And obviously, the sooner to go home, the better. But I did think of that. I'm like, imagine if that would have happened. My flight was scheduled for like the 12th, but they said, oh, your passport's not ready to pick up. Yeah, I would have been, what is it, SOL? Um, yeah, this is good. You know, it's like if it's not water or coconut water, this is about as far as I go to spoil myself, to treat myself with something to drink. I'm good with lemonade or calamansi. That's fine. Yes, James Christmas said it, but if there's a foreigner, if you get caught, you face penalties. And again, I don't know. I know what I'm not doing. I'm just going to be a good person all the time and love everybody, embrace everybody, and be respectful. I don't have nothing to worry about. Somebody else, you want to play games, go ahead. But you know the saying, FAFO, go for it. I'm not interested in that. Rick Wallace said, I think it's 3 months in Thailand. Yeah, I just know it wasn't very long 30, 60, 90 days. Maybe that's what it was. I just remember someone talking about it, or maybe I caught it somewhere, and they just said, yeah, I can't stay in the I have to go somewhere else because I can only stay in Thailand for so long. And I was like, really? They don't let you stay there that long. Yeah, this is good. Like I said, there's like next no sweetener I got in this. Like it basically is very, very sour. But I'm okay with that. I mean, what did people do a long time ago? I guess when they first tried a lemon, I don't think they had the option to get sweetener right away. They just sour. Zelda is here saying being respectful. Exactly. That's the only way I know how to be. I get that from my mother and father, and my goodness, I bet you. Well, this is just my opinion. I could see somebody coming to the Philippines for the first time, let's say a foreigner from another country, and maybe he was, I don't know, one of those people that are grumpy or, just never happy. But I could also see that same person coming here, meeting the people, putting himself out there in the community, and just changing his life. And maybe, the guy would just uh, become happy all the time, not miserable. I could see that happening here. I mean, I always say all the time, the Philippines here changed my life. I mean, it really did. Nancy wants me to go to Cebu. Hello, Nancy. Edit GG. Go to Cebu. Well, I'm going to be going through Cebu here real soon because Nancy, I got a emergency flight back home to USA, and I go through Cebu June 8th, but come back July 9th. But when I come back here, I usually spend the night in Cebu. There's so many things I want to see in Cebu. The friend's house, the Philippine people that I went to their house last night, his wife's family's from Cebu. They basically have said, there's so many places to go see in northern Cebu. There's so many like hidden, beautiful nature beaches and stuff like that aren't very touristy. But yeah, Nancy, Cebu is definitely a place that I have seen very little. Um, Sula in the house. When life gives you lemons, you go for beer. When life gives me lemons, I just suck it up and deal with lemons. Uh, I remember buying some. I remember my dad buying a car a long time ago, many years ago. He bought it for my sister, and she had a lot of problems with it. It was a Subaru, and he said, "Yeah, it was nothing but a lemon." But yeah, maybe you can meet Che and Cebu on your way home. That would be fun. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I'm just hoping, everything should work out fine. That's why I got a round trip ticket. I mean, my timeline, my schedule is set. I'm going there for a month. I'm coming back. This is like my home away from home. I love it here. I mentioned this before. The individuals that own the unit that I rent at my apartment comp building, the marina. I'm blessed and thankful that they literally, I was ready to move out. Like I let them know, hey, June 8th, I got to fly back home. I just assumed I had to move out. They'll rent it to somebody else. That's just the way it works. And then I'll find something else when I come back. And they just said, no, no, you can just leave your stuff here and whatever I don't want to travel with. They just said, you can leave it there. And then here's the thing, I still can't, it just shows you the heart of people here. They're Philippine people, husband and wife. That's their unit. They have two of them. They rent them out. That's how they make money. They said, Michael, no, you don't have to worry. The month that you're away, you don't have to pay the rent. I was like, what? And I said, are you sure? I said, no, no, just rent it out to somebody. You have an opportunity to rent it to somebody. And they just said, no, Michael, you're a good tenant. Go home, take care of your mother, be with her, and we'll see you in a month. And I was like, unbelievable. I was like, wow. Yep, I'm vanilla ice. I get that a lot. I take that as a compliment. I'd rather be called vanilla ice than uh, I've had other names called but I don't even care. But it's funny. Yeah, I get vanilla ice a lot. Uh, Oh, Michael, how are you? Sula says, can I ask how many hours it takes to get to the U.S. from the U.S. to the Philippines? Well, this trip, long story, I'll just total travel time, and I'm not including Dumaguete flight to Cebu. That's like not very long at all. The flight route truly starts out of Cebu. It's 24 to 27 to 28 hours of total travel time. That includes layovers. But so I'll go to from Cebu to Seoul, Korea. I don't know how long. I haven't looked at it close enough. I already have my ticket. Then from Seoul, Korea, the whole way to Atlanta, Georgia. That is hello. You know me? I don't know. Oh my gosh! You can say hello. Hi, where are you from? Me, I'm from America, but I'm living here in the Philippines. First time? No, I've been here since July of 2024. What? You like? Yeah, I've been here since July of 2024. Really? Yeah. July. Huh? Why? Yeah, July 2024, then March 17, 2025, I went home for a month in the USA. Go. And then I come back. Maybe we can hang out together. Yes. You come to the mall a lot? Yeah. Yeah. All right. You know this? You know my channel? It's Castaway Drift. There you go. Like everybody's always saying they want to meet girls in the Philippines. There you go. You gonna tell them your name? Yeah. By the way, I'm Kai. I'm Gian Maria from the College City, but I am here for my studying. Yeah, we're studying. Oh, my name. Wait, my name is Michael. Oh, hi, nice to meet you, Michael Jackson. Nice to meet. Not Michael Jackson. He's a better singer than me. You're a singer. What? You're also a singer. Well, yeah, that's because I was walking outside and yeah, exercise. Same also. Yeah, that's the way to be. Exactly. All right. Castaway Drift is my channel name. That's how you find. Maybe we can hang out in your place after we're done buying stuff. I'll be around doing my live stream. Nice to meet you. I'll see you later. There you go, guys. Welcome to the Philippines. Yeah, I figured you like that, Jay. Sunday stream, relaxing, Michael Dave, and welcome. Hi, CKN. But hey, Jay, how you doing, my friend? Uh, nice to see you, ladies. Yeah, they come and go. Welcome to the Philippines. Miguel. Oh, wow. That's funny. Good morning, Mick Gray. How you doing, Mick Gray? Uh, that's tough on the butt. Oh, yeah, the flying, Sula. You know what I think helps with me? Uh, I think the fact that because a lot of people, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. A lot of people, obviously, when you travel, um, you're sitting a lot unless you're in first class and you can put your feet up, your legs up in like a bed. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Um, if you're not in first class, obviously, you're in a economy seat and your legs can, the circulation, they can swell up. With me, I really don't. If I get any swelling, it's very little, it's very small. Um, I think mainly because I do so much walking. Um, but yeah, if you're not a big exerciser or a walker, you better maybe wear those, those socks I'm talking about. They're not called circulation socks, but you see people wear them, or get your legs elevated because you're going to run into like a lot of problems, like a lot, like swelling on your legs. And then that can lead to other potential problems if you're not having good circulation in your legs. Yes, thank you, Sula. Compression socks. I like at one point I did think of just doing it just to be safe, not knowing if that was something that I would need. Uh, but after I traveled the first time, I really didn't have any swelling, and then when I went back home, I didn't have any. And I said, you know what? I think that all attributed to because I walk so much. That's at least what I think. But yes, compression socks. I mean, I know athletes wear compression socks. I mean, through sports events and everything, like you can be the most athletic guy in the world, but like some of the best athletes might have circulation problems in their legs or potential blood clots and stuff like that, which can lead to heart attacks and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you have to be careful. I Mike just got home after walking 6 miles. That's good to hear, Jay. I hope you didn't have a freaking sweaty hooded sweatshirt on. David says he loves it here. Rick Wallace says, "Wow." Sula says the girls are funny. Yeah, some are very talkative, like some are very shy, and then some are not so shy. I'd say they're of the not so shy individuals. They thought I was new here. They're not from here in Dumaguete. I forget where they even said what island they're from or where they're from, but they're like, oh yeah, we can get together after later. I'm like, I don't know about that. They'll go around the mall. James, I'm born and raised. No, that's just my Under Armour backpack, Miguel. James, Christmas. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, but I did live in Florida for up to 2 years. My preferred state to live in. If I was still in America, I don't know if Pennsylvania, lived in Florida, came back to PA, but I wanted to go back to Florida. I would definitely rather live in a warm state like that over Pennsylvania. But as I always say, James, if I was still living in the United States, I'd still be working. I'd have no choice. That's just a fact. But no, not a weight vest. I've thought of something. I mean, sometimes I have stuff in there that's heavy, but no. This is the backpack I'm actually going to take where I'm taking home. That's it. This little small thing. Carry on, put it down on the floor in front of in the seat in front of me. No luggage. And that's the blessing. I can leave my stuff here in the apartment I'm currently in. I don't have to move out. Uh, Now I can walk. Stop boring you guys drinking. Um, it's in the 30s here in Maine tonight. It snowed here. Unbelievable. Even in June, you guys are still getting snow. Yeah, I got caught in the rain a little bit, Jay. But um, DH says, where in PA? Well, I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I basically lived in Altoona until I graduated high school. And then my current address in Pennsylvania is Mechanicsburg, Central PA. I'll be flying into Harrisburg, PA when I go home. Middletown, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg International Airport. That's it. That's where I'm wearing PA DH. Um, Susan Run says hello. Hello, Susan Run. And again, if you're new to the channel, again, my name is Michael. Living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm in actually the mall. They do have malls in the Philippines for anybody that's unsure if the Philippines has malls, but they do. This is actually small compared to a lot of malls you can go to in the bigger cities. I mean, Bacolod has much bigger malls than here, but I'm not here in the Philippines to shop. I come in here to cool off, get a lemonade once in a while, and just show people in the mall. I guess I can walk one more round down this way, and then I'm gonna go back outside. But yeah, it's not the biggest third world country that people claim it is. Now there's some areas that are probably underdeveloped, of course, but I can point out underdeveloped places in from my country in the U.S. too, or that have been basically ignored and look like they, dumpy. Yes, we are next door neighbors, Miguel. I mean, it's a small world, It's like a small world. YouTube has opened up so many doors for me here in the Philippines. It really has. I don't know if oh, yeah, my friend's not even working here today. I don't see him. I'll just say hello to my one friend, but he's got food here. There's my buddy here. Mayung hapon. How are you? Is he on his break? Oh, okay, okay. Everybody likes me when I show the food because we eat it. But yeah, yeah, my friend's not here today, but I tried that before. I tried that before, and that. Yeah, those are the. I like that the best. Empanada. But all right, tell him I said hello. All right, man. Take care. Amping. See you around. We got people singing here. Yeah, the malls here in the Philippines are so different than the malls back home. I always say it reminds me of like a time machine. It's like the 80s in this mall. Much more active, more going on. Cool sauce. This is the Philippines, Dumaguete, Philippines. My name's Michael, living abroad here in the Philippines from the United States. But I do go home on June 8th for about a month to visit my mother. I haven't been home in a year, so I am coming back to the States. I'll be definitely getting some of the foods that I miss that are not very easy to get around here. But yeah, cool sauce. No, 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 I'm not in Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia, King of Prussia Mall. I haven't been to Philadelphia in a long time. I'm going to do one last tour, little round here in the mall. No, I live in Mechanicsburg, PA, Central PA. Yes, I've done fasting, Sula. I've done 24 and 17, so that would be like going back 41. I've done like a 41-hour fast. It was like 24 plus a 17. So I did the 24-hour plus a 17-hour fast before. Um, More 24 than anything. I just wanted to see how long I could do it, but fasting does wonders. I haven't done fasting to that extent here since I've been in the Philippines. But yeah, yeah, I've done fasting. It's just been a while. Main Mermaid said that's what I was thinking. It's like the 80s. Yep. Yeah, it's just a vibe, the people. There's just more people shopping. Um, I don't know. The last time I was in a mall in the US, there's just not a lot of people there. And I get it, everybody shops online, but the mall, being in the mall is what makes it fun. This is like a social gathering. That's why it was fun in the 80s when you went to the mall, you know? I mean, obviously in the 80s when you went to the mall, you had the arcade, the game room, and well, obviously we didn't have smartphones either. Just seemed like, I don't know, more people were focused on each other than through the cell phone, I guess, back then. It's just different now. Oh, yeah, the Altoona Curve minor league baseball team. Yeah, yeah. And then there's Horseshoe Curve. Yeah, but the Altoona Curve, yeah, that's the minor league baseball team. I've seen them play. I've been there. Wait, where's Shane Gillis from? Pennsylvania? I think I do remember. I know he's a big Notre Dame fan, and so am I. So, but I know who Shane Gillis is. I just wasn't sure where he was exactly from. I thought all malls were like this. How are they different to the USA? People, Sula, that's the biggest difference from a people perspective. Every day, and I know this is Sunday, but every day it feels like a Sunday in here or like a weekend. I mean, you got the little train driving around, taking kids for a ride, all the food places in here. Plus, you got the food court that's down at the other end. It's just more, I don't know. It just reminds me of when I was younger. And obviously, you have different culture of people, but, uh, and maybe that's what it is. Um, Even when I'm out walking around through Dumaguete, it's just, it's like you go back in time. It's just different. It reminds me of when I was younger. I'm just older now. That's like the biggest difference. Um, DH says I've done an 8 hour fast. I mean, you just do it smart. You can seven. I always tell people the first time if you're ever going to do like a 17-hour fast. Basically, eat your last meal like 5 or 6, and then don't eat anything, and then you go to bed. I mean, sleep 8 hours. There's half of the fast right there in a 17-hour. The majority of it's when you sleep. It's very, I don't think it's difficult to do a 17-hour fast at all. 24 a little bit, but you can drink black coffee or like water with like sea salt in it or something. That doesn't break the fast. Um, Baby steps, do it slowly because you never know how your body might react the first time. That's why I always tell people try a 17-hour fast first. Don't do 24 and then see how you feel. Um, but it does give you one hell of a reset. I know how I felt. Um, Hell, I even did the carnivore, but I really didn't have to do the carnivore. I just tried it. I think carnivore is more geared towards people that are a little more overweight and have more body fat on them. Me and my brother both did it, and I'm already lean as it is. I don't have body fat, and I did it. Uh, yeah, I will go back. I won't. I don't need to do a carnivore. My It was like I was so low on carbs. Not that I eat a lot of carbs, but the way my body reacted, I think it's better for people to do a carnivore low carb when they have body fat on them, and I think versus somebody that doesn't have it. But then there are big muscle bound guys, but you have to eat a lot of meat and a lot of eggs, and I just don't like to eat that much. I don't eat much now, but I feel better, and I have more of a mixture of carbs and um, healthy food altogether. So, Sula said I did a 3-day fast, and I'm still not recovered. Feels like my heart is very calm. Maybe that's normal. Well, the good thing is your heart is calm because most people have heart palpitations when they fast. You can have heart palpitations, and people even have that doing carnivore. So the fact that your heart's very calm, that sounds actually kind of opposite. Good. Um, hey, Mike, I fast too, only when I get food poisoning. Well, yeah. I haven't had food poisoning in a long time. Knock on wood here. Wes says, God bless each and every single one of you. God loves you, and you're very important. Don't give up. You are loved. Wes, I know I'm loved. Yeah, I'm blessed, and I'm thankful for everything that I have. And without God, I wouldn't have anything. But that's me. That's me. Sue said I had heart palpitations for a long time before I fasted, and I think I must have reset them. That is possible. Um, I mean, I experienced heart palpitations a long time ago. Again, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I was able to figure out through the help of my brother and research what may have caused them. Quite honestly, the majority of my heart palpitations, when I had them, is when I was working. I worked a very stressful job. So, if you're already under a lot of stress, which I was in the job that I worked, I was responsible for a lot, very stressful, very time oriented, everything. So, you already have that stress. Then I probably was eating food that were not good for me. And then you throw in caffeine, palpitations, you're just amplifying it. Um, I never drank energy drinks or anything like that. And I'm glad I didn't. You hear the horror stories of how much is in there that literally gives people in their 30s are having heart attacks and they wonder why. I don't drink that stuff. Um, so it's interesting with palpitations. They're usually stress related. And then if you have a poor diet or you're consuming too much caffeine with those heart palpitations, yeah, it's certainly going to make it worse. But again, I'm not a doctor, but I haven't had a heart palpitation and I can't even remember how long. I don't. I was able to get rid of them through my, health and exercise stuff. And certainly now, being here in the Philippines, I don't have any, uh, other than the worries recently with my mother. But no, I don't have heart palpitations, you know. I'm sure my stress went up slightly. I noticed it right away because I haven't had really anything to worry about until my mom. So that's why I walk, exercise, keep that part of me going, and that eliminates, uh, hopefully, keeps the stress from going up too much. John Vasquez is here. I see Fernando Contreras is here. Sula, um, my mother's future is very unknown, but it's not looking good. That's all I can tell you. And those are the words of my brother, from my brother. It's not looking good. Um, there's a lot of things going on with her right now. And that's why I'm going home. Because if I don't go home now, while she's alive, yeah, we don't know. But I appreciate that, Sula. MLNRT, hello, Michael. Hope you're good. From your friend Michael in Chicago. MLNRT, I appreciate you always. And I'm sorry, I know I did see you earlier. And I get so caught up and distracted. That's my fault. But I appreciate you saying hello to me, and I appreciate you being here. As always, thank you a million. I greatly appreciate that. For Google said, if you care, near Laurel, there is a good Pinoy Place restaurant and store in Baltimore Avenue. It's called Manila Mart. Check it out. I wish they had something like that. I don't know. Maybe they do have something like that where I live in Mechanicsburg, Central PA, or Harrisburg. But it'd be kind of cool just to go into a Philippine restaurant. I'm going to look that up when I go back. I'm going to be home for a month. If I can find some chicken adobo or lumpia, that would be cool while I'm home. I'm definitely going to get Mexican food. I'm definitely getting some of the best Mexican food that I'm aware of. And there's a lot of good Mexican food where I live. So that's probably the one food that I miss the most. You can find it here, just not so much here in Dumaguete, but if you went to a bigger city. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Mexican food. Uh, Mermaid says, I eat one meal a day. Yeah, I usually eat one to one and a half a day. I have a cup of tea and toast for breakfast, an apple later. If I feel hungry, I have a kind bar. That's it. I'm not as active as I used to be, so I don't need three meals. Well, and I'm not going to go on a rant because I could go on a rant about food and people eating too much, thinking they need to eat three meals a day and all that crap. I don't believe in any of that. I think people are only supposed to eat if you feel hungry, for one. And sometimes the sensation of being thirsty and hungry are very similar as well. So you may think you're hungry and you're actually dehydrated, or vice versa. Um, I eat one and a half meals a day. I walk over 10 miles a day. I don't feel tired. I don't feel out of energy. I'm in a metabolic state. You can look that up. Um, yeah, I just think for a long time we've been told a lot of stuff. It's not true. I eat eggs like they're going out of style. Uh, Again, you know, I don't drink or smoke and do any of that other stuff. So I know there's other people that do the same thing as I do. So I'm not like the only person that has this one and a half meals a day, walking all these miles, feels full of energy. And I don't know, I'm out in the sunlight. I mean, I'm not the only one, but it works. And I just don't, me personally, do not think, I don't think you need as much food as you think you need. They want you to eat food. That's what I think. They want you to eat. Why? I don't know. Research, look it up, think about it, open your mind, free your mind. Don't get caught up in believing what everybody says. Uh, Simply is here. Simply Arjun is here. It says, hi, Mike. How are you? I think you mean the Inner Harbor, Google's sakes, nice area. Uh, See again, there's a Jollibee in Silver Springs. Hope still open. Sula said I had Mexican in the USA and it was so nice and fresh. Yeah, I mean, like if I have to name my cuisines of popularity, definitely Mexican is first. and then it's just a kind of like a free for all after that. You know, I definitely love Philippine food. I have to admit, I do like it. I love sushi. And I like an occasional pizza here and there. Like that's considered my cheat food. Um, but yeah, that's what I'll be getting when I get home: Mexican food and blueberries. My Wayman blueberries with my Bulgarian yogurt and honey and granola on it. Still got to try and figure out this Balikbayan box. I got to ship a Balikbayan box to myself. I got to do that. I got to fill it with my granola, my pumpkin seeds, and whatever else I can put in there that's like dry. Like I don't have to worry. I mean, I don't. I mean, I like bringing dark cacao chocolate here. I I think darker chocolate doesn't tend to melt like. Well, I don't get milk chocolate. That stuff's garbage. But like cacao, different percentages of it, semi-sweet that like has like not bad sugar in it. I have to figure that out though. That Balikbayan box. Uh, apparently, they come to your house and pick it up. If I can do that, that would be great to have some certain things that I want to get that I can't get here. And the shipping is certainly a lot cheaper. Denim is here. What's good from PA? Hello, Denim. Yeah, I always forget. That's right. I think you remember you saying you're from Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'll be coming back home June 8th, Denim. I don't know if you caught that before, but I'll be back in Pennsylvania on June 8th. Well, I'll arrive there. It'll be like June 9th. It's after midnight. Just doing a red eye. But yeah, welcome, Denim. Uh, uh, kind of truth, Michael. A restricted calorie diet can lead to prolonged life. That's what I believe, man. I'm just living it. I can only offer you what I'm doing and how I feel. I know everybody's different, but I don't get tired. Uh, I say the only reason I felt slightly weird, fatiguish these past few days is because of the news of my mother. Uh, that's weighing heavy on my mind. Thinking, running. It's like it's just replaying in my head. But other than that, I'm fine. I mean, I haven't even had my first meal yet. Like I haven't even had my first meal yet. I'm fine. Oh. So is it going to be 1.5 for me to eat today? I don't know, but I feel perfectly fine. Metabolic state. Uh, uh, Xbox. I haven't heard anything about red ticks. But honestly, I'm not saying it is or it isn't true. Who the heck knows? I don't worry about that crap. You know what I mean? I'm just getting my butt home. We're gonna love my mother as best as I can, and then I'll be coming back. For some are, I was gonna read that. Are you the grouch? That's funny. I'm the happiest grouch you'll ever know. See, that person who probably said that is a grouch, looking for some sort of happiness, inspiration, love in his life. And the best thing he can come up with is that stupid comment. Ah, but as they say in the world, sometimes you can't reason with stupid. Hate to say it, but you can't. Uh, yeah, I mean, Sula, I'm glad I'm going back home to an extent. I don't like going back home under these circumstances, but it's what I said all along. If I end up going back home anytime soon, it was going to be because most likely because of an emergency. And yeah, here we are. Um, but yeah, for some, this is like the best channel. Well, I'm not saying the best channel, but this is one of the positive, inspiring channels that you can come to here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'm all about happiness, making the most out of life, not sweating the small stuff. Be thankful for what you do have and then quit worrying about what you don't have. But yeah, for some, it's all good. Yeah, I saw that. It's possible anybody can trip for some. I don't know. Maybe you're just perfect and never tripped before in your life, but we can't all be perfect like you. But I don't mind. I'm good with my imperfections. I'm happy with just the way God made me. Perfect imperfections. MVC says prayers to your family. Whoops, I did that again. How the hell do I hit that green screen? Now I have to figure out how to get it off. There we go. Ah, thumb's in the way. Thank you so much, MVC. That's a very nice comment. Thank you for the prayers for my mom. It's the best she can do. It's the way I look at it. It's all in God's hands. Sula says life seemed to happen in ways that direct us where we are supposed to be. And that's why it's so awesome that you just said that, Sula. It's like a smooth transition right into this. I always thought all along the reason I came to the Philippines or what led me to the Philippines was God. That's what I thought before I even ever got here. That's how I felt. So it's interesting. And ever since I've been here, my eyes have been open to so many amazing things, simply the beautiful people here. But it's opened my eyes and it's changed my life. And uh, and then when you're faced with diversity, like or something bad in your life, like my mom's situation, all the people come together and they're so supportive and compassionate towards me. I mean, I don't expect that, and people don't have to do that. But the people here have been so amazing and caring towards me. It's humbling. And I get the same thing here and on the through YouTube. I've always said YouTube's been a blessing for me too. It's opened up so many doors and windows for me just to be myself, share my feelings, my story, and hopefully it has a positive effect on somebody else. You never know what someone's going through in their life. You just don't know. Someone always has it worse than you. I always kind of think that too. Watson Hall says, peace. Shula says, I absolutely agree, Michael. Watson Hall says, I'll say a prayer for your mom. I don't have mine here now, but I know my mom's in heaven. And you know what? I know that's the same thing that's going to happen for her. And that's why, whatever happens to my mom or anybody, I just feel like she's going to go be in a better place. I'm not going to, I mean, of course, I'll be sad a little bit. I mean, anybody would be. I'm very close emotionally to my mom. But quite honestly, all I'm going to tell myself is celebrate the life that she has. If it's ever comes to an end, celebrate it. Be happy for her, and celebrate the fact that the better things are in store for her. And yeah, that's what I tell myself. I appreciate that, Rick Wallace. We all love you too. That's the best way to be. Friends of Carlota said, "What's happening, Chief? What's the plans for the rest of the day?" I'm probably after this live stream. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I will definitely go get something to eat. Um, I'm keeping limited supply of food in my apartment because I don't want to have anything left over when I leave, sitting in my apartment in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna definitely have limited food. But friends of Carlota, I appreciate you being here. Uh, oh, Mike burned him. Who did I burn? Kayla says, hope all is well. Prayers for you and your mom and another. Kayla, God bless you and thank you. I appreciate you support all this time, everybody. Um, one thing I know through YouTube and being here in the Philippines, I'm never going to be alone. And I think that's what I'm learning here in the Philippines. It's preparing me, in my opinion, for, my mother and father, and they're not going to be here forever. So I think it's preparing me to be stronger, but it's showing me the family people that I have here in the Philippines that I'm not going to be alone. I will never be alone. Even when they're long gone, I'm not going to be alone. So that's what the Philippines has shown me. And it's an absolute blessing, beautiful thing. And I'm so happy for that. Oh. Banana and mangoes more here in the Philippines, says Lee Cabs. That's for sure. Um, that's what's wild being here. Like so many varieties of bananas. I don't even remember all of them. But my favorite banana here, I like all of them, but I have a favorite, believe it or not. It's the ones that are green but stay green even when they're ripe. Um, you probably know the name Lee Cabs or somebody else here that's familiar. I should know the name. Uh, but yeah, those ones that they're green, they stay green. They get a little less green, but they never turn yellow. But then when they're green, they're ripe. They're my favorite banana. I'm gonna go towards the water though. For Google's sake, Michael, is there a Max restaurant in Dumaguete? What is a Max? I don't know what you mean by Max. Miguel, Michael, have a good rest of your day. I'm going to sleep. Hey, Miguel, I appreciate you being here. Um, I appreciate your support. And yeah, you're like a neighbor in Jersey. Who knows, Miguel? Maybe someday we'll cross paths. But in the meantime, you keep hanging out, coming, whenever you can, sharing your precious time. I always tell people it's precious. Time is precious. I still love this little thing I saw video. I'm going to repeat it again because it means so much to me. It's like this 100-year-old guy. There's a video I saw. I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook, but he said, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today is a gift. I just love that. And it just stuck with me. And I just wanted to say that to you and everybody else. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. And that is so true. That is so true. Max is Philippines dining restaurant. I never heard of Max. Uh, Henry says, yeah, you and your family will always be up for it. How's Castaway Mike today? Art Park, I'm doing fine. I'm doing the best I can. Am I completely 100% mentally focused and no worries in the world? No. Of course, I'm worried about my mother and my father, how he's taking it, and my brother. Yeah, so I'm kind of got the weight of all of them because I care about all of them. But one way or another, I'll keep moving forward. I'll keep walking, and I will keep walking until the day I die. Because, like I said, it's I live to walk and I walk to live. They have a Max in Oahu in Hawaii. I don't know if I've ever eaten one. Friends of Carlota says, "Is it spicy food out there?" You can get. It's not all like you can get spicy. I know a lot of the dishes they like getting the little chili peppers and they chop it up and they mix it with I don't know if it's soy sauce and vinegar and stuff. Spicy food is popular here, but you don't have to get it. It's like usually you can dip. They make a dipping sauce, you know, uh, by hand basically, and they're dipping stuff in it. But they get the little chili peppers and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'd say spicy food is popular here, um, but it's more of a that I've seen dipping sauce or whatever. But yeah, I'm at the ocean. I don't think I've been here the whole time walking today. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've, oh, maybe once. Yeah, once earlier. Yeah, the days all mixed together. I don't know if I've been here or not. Uh, Shula says, when do you go home? Will you take a break from YouTube? I guess the only break I'm really going to have is when I'm on the plane for whatever, traveling for 28 to basically 24 to 30 hours of travel, probably. Uh, but no, some people want me to do the live stream, Sula, from the USA. So I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just keep it going. I don't want to shut things down for a month. I'll just have to show things from a different perspective. Traveling home, being with mom, supporting family, uh, and then try to be a little creative or somewhere to go and show you where I live currently. Although I find this to be much more interesting here in the Philippines. SBETV, hello. Uh, Mike, your favorite quote goes like this. Oh no, yeah. Today is called a present because it's a gift. Yeah, I'm living in the present anyway. I fly out Art Parks June 8th. June 8th. Well, June 8th is the day I technically leave here sometime in the afternoon. I didn't get that ticket yet. It's just a little short flight to Dumaguete to Cebu. Then my flight really gets rolling at 1 a.m. in the morning, which is technically June 9th. Cebu to Seoul, Korea, then Seoul, Korea to Atlanta, Georgia, which is a very long flight, which I don't mind. It's like 13 to 15 hours. And then I will go from Atlanta to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And then then I'll be home. Lee Cash says, "Good night, Sir Miguel. Have a good rest and sleep." Yeah, I always appreciate so many people coming here and supporting me and my channel and giving their precious time. Can't thank people enough. She even got these guys fishing. I don't know if they caught anything yet, but they're fishing. Did you catch anything? Any fish? I guess not. He's throwing his string out on the can and Henry says, "Yeah, you and your family will okay be up for it." Sula says, "Spiritual growth, I meant not sorting." Derek says, "The Railroaders Memorial Museum." I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna have to like activate my T-Mobile account or whatever's best when I go back. Um, I just have still have my American number, but it's under T-Mobile, but I just pay like this so I can receive texts through T-Mobile, or like I said, a lot of people have their American phone number associated with a bunch of accounts, and when they're doing the verification process, they need your basic number that you put in with all those accounts. And in the beginning, I was just going to remove my American number, period. And then I'm glad I didn't, because if I would have been kind of in trouble trying to the verification process. Although they can do it through email, but some of them prefer through, you know what I mean, sending you a text message with a 5-digit number. That we got Mitch or Michael or something says, "Is your mom sick? Sorry, just came in." Yeah, she's not doing well. That's why I'll be flying from the Philippines back to America on June 8th, but just for a month. I'm only staying home for a month, and I'm coming back here to Dumaguete. Uh, so yeah, it's like a quickly planned trip, and yeah, when you don't get a plane ticket early in advance, it can be very expensive. So um, what? It's water. Yeah, this is I'm at Rizal Boulevard here, but this is the whole sea. No, I don't have none, man. And yeah, that's the Bohol Sea, and like you can see Sikihor Island right there, and then that's Cebu right there, that landmass, and then you got the port down there. That's where you can take the boat to Sikihor. And this is the Bohol Sea there, and beyond this is just the island of Bohol. But yeah, it's beautiful here. I like walking by here every day, which I do. Sula says, "Michael, can be a very healing experience to be with a loved one. So much sorting, growth that makes sense. Sometimes people get no warning and a person goes unexpectedly and there's no chance." And that's true too. It's like I'm kind of, getting a chance that maybe, I'm just, my goal is like, to get home. And I said to my mother, like I mentioned this earlier, I just because she's having trouble speaking when we did the video chat. And I just looked at her and made sure she was looking. And I just said, coming home June 8th, just be be ready and be like alive when I come home. And that's what I said. Lee Cabs, yeah, very soon. Have a good and safe flight, Michael. God bless. Yeah, like tomorrow's June 1st here. So yeah, it'll be basically like 7 days. The nice thing is I really don't have too much planning to worry about now. I mean, thankfully for the owners of my apartment unit, I don't have to panic and pack everything up in a suitcase, like the stuff I'd leave behind, and then just get that out and have somebody take care of that, and just like eliminated so much stuff. And like I said, this little bag is all I'm taking. Wearing the clothes that I'm wearing, and maybe toothbrush, like stuff like that. Um, but I'm traveling as light as you can possibly travel. I see all things. Says I'm from East Tennessee. Oops, that is a flat place. Got to how my Smoky Mountains. Horseshoe Curve would be a trip though. That's like Altoona. That's like far from where I currently live now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to there. Um, Hershey Park. uh, Not that I eat Hershey chocolate anymore, but that's Hershey, PA is right where I live. I'm going to the USA on June 8th. Are you serious, Sula? Or are you playing with me? I know you did that one joke on April Fools, but you said you're going to the USA on June 8th also? I mean, I don't think you're BSing me, but that's wow. Kelly says, so you're going to, I'm reading this comment anyway, DRT. So you're going to give up a whole month of your life. That's so selfless. Um, I don't look at me giving up anything. It's my mother. Um, uh, but yeah, it'll be a month. I don't, I don't know. I'm not following that. Like, I take that as a good comment in a way. Like I'm thinking, all right, yeah, I'm just not thinking of me. I'm putting my mom first. So I think what you said was okay if I'm understanding it. Oh, hey, Pigpen, my friend. Oh, sorry, the views. I was having you look at me. That's not much of a view. It looks so much better now. Um, After the rain, like the Nelson twins. Remember that song, After the Rain? But welcome, Pigpen. Uh, Now I'm seeing what Kelly said earlier. Yeah, I think you're like going a little overboard. I think you're going a little overboard, Kelly Quinn. I guess that's yeah. Now I see why you got timed out. Uh, it's hot on the trolls button today. Yeah, I like CK's taking care of business. Yeah, I don't know. Some people just don't understand. Like I don't get what she's talking about. Like um, everybody lives their life the way they want to live their life. Maybe it's the best way for me to handle it, uh, Kelly Quinn or whatever your name is, because there's a danger also. I know myself well enough, and sometimes if you put yourself, for me, in a situation where you know how you react and respond to traumatic things in your life, like everybody responds different. I know how I respond to emergencies with my mother. I've experienced it before, and my anxiety, my worry, my sense of panic goes to a whole other level. So At the same time, I'm going there to support my mother. I also need to protect my own health because I know what I'm capable of handling when it comes to my emotions towards my mother, father, and siblings. I know how it is. I remember when she had a stroke, and I remember the panic that I felt and I went through in that moment, although it was a while ago. Um, I know how it made me feel. So, before you judge people on why or why not how they do things, you need to be careful and always consider that not everybody is wired the same way. We're not all wired the same way. Not everybody responds to traumatic situations in the same way. Um, I know how I feel just thinking about it right now. So again, some people are stronger than others emotionally when it comes to uh, being with someone in a bad state, such as my mom. So yeah, Kelly Quinn, you just need to not be so judgmental, and it's okay if that's what you're capable of doing, or you know emotionally how you can handle things. That's why I'm going back now when I know that my mother is in somewhat of a stable situation, for me not to have a breakdown over my mother. So, uh, Kelly Quinn, I don't know if you're here or whatever, but I don't really care. And I don't even know why I gave you an explanation, but everybody's different. Everybody handles things differently. It doesn't mean they're selfish or selfless. Uh, God. But anyway, I just had to say that. Yeah, definitely I'll be listening to music. I know the last time on the Korean flight, I was also watching, as many movies as I could. I'm not a big movie watcher, I don't think anymore, so I got kind of bored watching. So Sula says, "Wow, Michael, that happened to my mother too. I think it's almost PTSD after that. I can still feel the emotion and remember it all, how it happened. We are lucky they got more time on the earth with us." Pigment said it reminds him of the Panama in some ways. And yeah, to me, it's just peaceful, beautiful. And then when you throw in the fact that you're halfway around the world from where I'm, from the US, it gives it a whole other meaning. It is different. She says, Sula says, thankfully, most people here are wonderful, and they are. And I'm not saying that individual wasn't being genuine in what he or she was saying, but some people just they have narrow thought process. They don't look at the big picture. I'm guilty of that myself, but I've learned over time that you have to look at the big picture. You can't just see things the way you see it. You have to also be like, well, they could be this, or they could. You have to just look at the full picture. Everybody's different, and that's what makes us unique and different and special. We're all different, and too many people worry about them being different and wanting them to be just like them. And that's why even when I talk about my experiences here, just because I feel the way I feel doesn't mean everybody else is going to feel the same. That's okay too, you know. But there might be somebody that has similar interests and have connects this, to things the same way I do. I mean, I'm sure there's people that are similar, but we're all different. Yeah, possum. I hope it should be fine. I mean, I'm assuming, like I said, when you have less flight legs, you don't have to, if you're not going from plane to plane to plane to plane to plane, you're not running into situations where you're getting off the plane and maybe your plane arrived late and then you're running for your life to another gate because who knows where it could be. I've had that happen already. That's not fun. You're worried that you're not going to make your connecting flight. I've heard you talk highly of Korean Airlines. I'm making a mental note of that. I trust. I'm telling you, all I can say, CKN, is when I flew back here to the Philippines last year, I returned in June. My leg from Atlanta to Seoul, Korea was Korean Airlines. It was awesome. It was like a huge plane. Obviously the people were Korean. The food was excellent. It was Korean based like food. but you know, the basics like chicken and vegetables and all that. But it was like everything ran smoothly. The flight attendants were amazing. When I had to sleep, I slept very well in economy seats. They took care of you. Like it was just, I don't know, a well-oiled machine. I thought it was went very well. James says, Mike, where are you from in the States? I was born in Pennsylvania, James, Christmas. Altoona, Pennsylvania is where I was born. Basically lived in Pennsylvania all my life, with the exception of 2 years. I did live in Florida. I do prefer Florida. Um, but if I lived in Florida, or if I was still living in America, I'd unfortunately still have to be working. Hello, Heberdine says you're right. I don't know what I said that I was right about, but I appreciate Heberdine seeing you here. Sheila says, God is holding you, your family, and your mom in his arms. Exactly. Mm, I popped off. I'll just wait. Let me know if I'm back. I don't want to stop. It was weird. It just poof popped off the screen. That's why I'm going to walk. Just let me know if I'm back before I answer any of these comments or questions. All right. Yeah. You know what, Sula? That's interesting you say that. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Um, that was interesting, Sula. I have to admit. Hold on, James. Uh, most of it all, your views are right. Hey, Berdine, we're just like-minded. That's probably why you agree with my views. If you're like-minded, then you know you're less likely gonna disagree with somebody, and that's okay. There's like-minded people, and there's people that are not. And you just you know run into situations where you agree to disagree with somebody, but it's okay. It's okay. Um, True Zone, no, it's not due to anything going on. No. James said the reason I asked is that the United States has direct flights from San Francisco to Manila. I grew up in Northwest Ohio. I'd prefer just to go into Cebu simply because that was what was recommended to me from the very beginning before I ever came to the Philippines. So that's why um, I'm comfortable with Cebu. It's apparently, I've never been to Manila Airport, but I have friends that have, and they compare Manila and Cebu, and they think Manila is much more, just not as chaotic, maybe not as big. And I'm just kind of sticking with what I know. And then in regards to, so what decision made you choose Atlanta? Uh, DRT, when I was looking at them, to be able to, it just wasn't going. There was nothing, I wasn't seeing anything that was going, showing up in Google Flights, showing Seoul to Dulles, IAD. There was nothing showing there. Those weren't any of the options. Um, and I didn't keep going. Like I said, the prices were high enough as it was. I don't know if that would have been more of an option. The further I would have scrolled down, but the price was just going through the roof. So I just stuck with that. That's fine. But yeah, I didn't. None really popped up for me. Like listing them all, because I definitely wanted to make sure I stayed on Korean Airlines simply because I knew that flight was, it went well, and it's like less. I just didn't want to run into problems taking a multiple leg stop flight, and that just gives the risk of I don't know, missing a flight, coming late, and I just tried to avoid that. But that was basically the reason. Sula says, I feel this. Sula, I feel it unlike anything I've ever felt before. Um, that's why I always tell people previously, even before this situation with my mom arose, I always tell people that you always thank me. And I'm like, you don't need to be thanking me. I'm thanking you guys. Um, the thanks is all mine to you. But no, uh, every day, like I said, being here in the Philippines, I've always grown to love it more and see the family based and the embracement and all that stuff every day. And then now with the situation with my mother, I'm seeing it not only from everybody here in the YouTube spectrum world and your friends of mine, but here in the Philippines, it's unbelievable. And it just even another sign, another justification that just shows me even more that I know what I'm talking about when I say the people here are special. They are. Uh, they are. It's different. Um, I'm blessed. Uh, yeah, Tony, we are his internet family. Yeah, I mean, in a way, honestly, yeah, it's like a virtual family, and it would be great. I always think about how interesting it would be to hear your voices and stuff like that. It's almost like I create in my mind what you all might. It's it's funny. It's like reading the book and then you're kind of creating the story in your mind. Um, Sula says it's a mutual gratitude with a community of lovely people that couldn't have come together without you, Michael. Well, I will never ever think that much of myself. Sometimes I try to really just take it all in and reflect and understand this whole world through YouTube that is open for me, not to mention everything here. I just don't know any other way. I don't, how I, if I affect anybody in a positive way, I just don't know how that's possible. I don't. James says, I understand that, but I'm happy I don't have to make that trip anymore. I go backstage about every 2 years and miss that trip. Well, yeah, like James, it's not a fun trip, but obviously this situation with my mom, it's of an urgency. It's different, you know. Just for a random trip to fly halfway around the world, no, it's long, man. It's like very taxing, and like I said, if I didn't walk as much as I did, maybe it would affect me more. But I guess I'm glad I'm walking a lot. I get antsy sitting on it. I don't like to sit anywhere. Even me now, like I just want to stand. But I understand that. Like, yeah, it's far. It's very, very far, and then also it can be very, very expensive. Um, I think you can do calls with your followers on a live. Really? That'd be, I guess it'd be like a. Well, yeah, I guess people have had call-in shows, but I don't know if I could do a call-in show on a mobile. I don't know how in the world you could do that. I think well, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm thinking of like when people do collaboration live streams. One person hosts a live stream and then sends an invite for someone else to join the live from somewhere else. But that'd be interesting. A call-in show. Imagine the trolls calling in there and saying something, hanging up. Be interesting. Uh, a true danger zone king. I appreciate you also. Kind of going back. I'm at 151 minutes. I'm probably going to wrap this one up. But tomorrow's Monday. I do a live stream tomorrow anyway. This is just a random extra one. Fernando Contreras, I saw you, my brother. Thank you. Yes, happy Sunday. Aldo wanted to see you. Said hello. All right. I think I'm pretty much. Sue says, yes, I think it's a StreamYard thing, like how you were with Che and Ray and Lynn. Yeah, I think that's the only way I would know, like doing that. But a call-in show would be really cool. I mean, ugh, yeah, I guess I'll wrap things up soon. Yeah, call-in show would be kind of neat. Like I said, you would just line up the people that you knew were calling in. The Sulas of the world, James and Lee Cabs and CKN. Like I just would like allow you guys. That would be like the fun part. Probably have to wear my AirPods too when I did that. But before I go, if anybody's out here on this channel watching, I appreciate you being here. If you're new and you're not subscribed, you're more than welcome. And if you haven't get double tap the screen, you're more than welcome to do that as well. My apologies for not maybe quite having the same energy that I normally do on my lives. Just a lot on my mind. That's it, simply. Um, and that's what I mean when I notice, like, I'm still gonna do my comments and all that kind of stuff, but it's just like my emotional, mental energy just seems to be just, yeah. I'm here, but I'm not here, I guess. Um, James says, okay, Mike, hope all's well with your mother and you have a good trip. And again, it's not June 8th yet. There's going to be plenty more live streams before I go. So keep that in mind. It's not until June 8th. I'm not leaving tomorrow. Uh, I have to take my granddaughter to dinner. Greetings from Samar. And again, James Christmas, I appreciate you. And just because I respect you, and the more people that are blue, the better. And the more insecure trolls get, because they're the ones that come here. Why are there so many mods here? Yeah, so you're a mod now, James. Not that you have to do mod duties. You're just blue, and it just distinguishes you. Sunday, Jay says, take it easy. Yeah, no doubt. Um, Lee Cabs says, have to be here. Actually, Michael, give my support. Thank you. Lee Cabs, I appreciate you. I'm glad I'm a friend of you on Facebook. You reach out to me, messaging, Facebook Messenger and everything. I appreciate you. I know sometimes I may not be able to answer right away. It's a blessing how many people I met through YouTube and Philippines and all the constant love, and it's amazing. So uh, it's overwhelming, but in a good way, in a blessed way. Sula says, Michael, it was lovely to spend time with you. No need to apologize. Life is happening. That's right. Rick Wallace said, God bless, bro. Caitlin's back. Hello, Caitlin. I always appreciate you too. Sonny boy, my brother, Kuya. You did great. No apologies. I can feel it a little bit. And if you know who, DJ Kirby Puckett was here, he'd be getting on me for apologizing, no doubt. Jose says, sorry, I can't join you in chat room, but I'm still hang on your channels, dude. Jose, God bless you and appreciate you. Lee Cabs, at Caitlin, happy back here. Dear CKN says, my brother from New Jersey says, peace out, Michael, and continue prayers for the mom. Thanks for always sharing. Thanks for always being here. You know, I need you guys as much as you may need me, so it works both ways. Um, Kate, I just apologize and maybe for my lack of energy mentally, emotionally, in my voice talking because I got a lot going on. But it's okay. It's all good. I got to figure out what I'm getting to eat because I need to eat. But with that being said, if you've already given me a like, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If not, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot for like between 11 and 11:30. At least that's what I'm shooting for. Uh, Tony says you still inspiring, Michael. We understand, Tony. I appreciate that. You guys inspire me too. Yeah, it's okay to spend my time here. It's my day off today. Very soon, church 4 to 5. Thank you, Lee Cabs. Um, Beebsy says like brother. Thank you very much. Beebsy, maybe Beebsy. Appreciate you being here. Sula says, I'll be back tomorrow, though. Like I said, tomorrow here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Uh, Caitlin says, I subscribe, I like, I comment. God bless you. Vivian says, where and what country are you at right now? Vivian, before I wrap this live stream up, I will grant you that question. In Dumaguete, Philippines right now. A little cloudy today, but I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines from United States. Living here abroad, been here going on 2 years, have been home to the States once, and actually I'm going home on June 8th. Yes, that's right around the corner for a month. My mom's not doing well, and I need to go be with my mom for a little bit and love her and support her and be there for her while she is at least coherent, you know. So I appreciate that though, Vivian. That's my. But I'll be back tomorrow. I live stream 3 day Monday, Wednesday, Fridays in the afternoons here during the week. You're more than welcome. And Beebsies, you're more than welcome too. I don't know if you're new, but I'm not sure if you've ever been here before. It says, "Wow, you are in Dumaguete." Yeah, right at the Rizal Boulevard, if you're familiar. But yeah, Dumaguete. I love it here. I absolutely love it here. See you later again. Let's pray for Michael and his mother. Thank you, Tony. Bye, Caitlin. Bye, Secan. Bye, Lee Cabs. Bye, Sula. And bye, Beebs and Vivian and everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Tony, James, all you guys. Thank you, Jose, Sonny Boy. If I missed you, you know, you're in my heart. But until tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Uh, remember, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless always. Choose happiness, be happy, make the most of life, regardless of how crappy you might think it is. Um, More positives in this world than negatives. So travel flies. Aloha. See you later, my friend. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Pigpen, you too. I need to see you there tomorrow. Um, Thank you, everybody. See you later.